Hi, I'm Don Carr with Sweetwater, and this is the BOSS Super Overdrive pedal. The BOSS Super Overdrive is a low to medium gain overdrive pedal. In the intro, the sound I was using was with the gain at roughly 3 o'clock. So that's pretty far up on the spectrum for that pedal. And you could hear it was pretty gritty, pretty full, but very clean, very smooth. That's one of the great things about this overdrive is it's really, really smooth. And the sound of your amp really comes through, the sound of your pick, the sound of your guitar. It's kind of been quietly hiding out in Boss's lineup for a long time, and it's time to show this thing some love because it sounds good. It's in your basic Boss box, and it's 3 knobs: level, tone, and drive, with an on-off switch and an indicator light. It can be powered with a 9-volt battery or, like I'm doing it here, with an AC adapter. Really standard, really basic, but that's one of the great things about Boss pedals is they're so consistent. You can always depend on them, and this thing is just like all the other ones. It's reliable, and it just sounds great and just works, period. So let's give it a listen. For our unaffected reference, I have Torino Red Strat 1987 with Seymour Duncan Vintage Stacks and Blackface Princeton Reverb with a little bit of reverb on it. Check it out. Okay, now let's listen to this thing. I'm going to leave the level at roughly unity gain. You can see that it's almost 12 o'clock, so there's a lot of room to go down or up, depending on if you want your distortion sound louder or softer, or if you want to drive the amp harder or less. Gives you a lot of flexibility that way. The tone knob is also just kind of more like a high roll-off, which is really effective for distortions because they can get kind of spiky at louder volumes and higher settings. And we'll start with the drive. You know, about 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's looking about 10 o'clock. Let's give it a quick listen here. As you can hear, the sound of the guitar is really coming through. The sound of the amp is still really there. A little more gain kind of gets you into something that'll sing a little better. Still a lot of detail and a lot of clarity. And another thing that's really nice about this pedal is it sounds really smooth across all of the pickup settings. It's one of the reasons I want to use a Strat today is because a lot of times in the 2 and 4 position, distortion pedals can get kind of muddy or weird sound, and this one really doesn't do it at all. It's great. In fact, we'll just give a quick reference. A quick tour through the pickup settings. So you can hear it's really even, really balanced all the way across. And of course, more gain, more sustain, more grit. This is the most usable setting in the upper extremes. It's about 330, 345, 347, you know, I don't know, whatever time. Something like that. Anyway, let's give it a listen. Lots of detail still, even at those higher settings. And again, turn the level up and you can drive your amp a little harder. And one other thing about this pedal, it's great for cascading. Like if you set it at a lower gain setting, sort of like that, and maybe a higher volume setting, sort of like that, either use it in front of another overdrive or behind another overdrive as almost like a boost. Like if you're happy with your overdrive sound the way it is and you just need a little, little push over the cliff just for solos, right? Just that sort of thing, that this pedal will do it. So there you have it, kids. Some long overdue respect for the BOSS Super Overdrive. It's a very cool pedal, very cool. Check it out. If you have any questions about this or any other BOSS product, please contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks.